everyone! I know that you didn't get to see videos from Ink October. I had personal things that got in the way, such as health, and lots of responsibilities that had to take my attention before I can do extra videos like that and all. If you notice, I still do videos when it really matters, such as updates, especially when it comes to events, because that's my primary concern when it comes to these YouTube videos, is me updating people who wants to see me at a show. And I have good news for you, for those who have been waiting for the announcement to when's my next show. December 4th, over in Ashland, Virginia. That's right. I'm coming to Ashland, Virginia on December 4th. It's the first Saturday of the month. They usually have this around this time of year where they do their Christmas lights, and this is how, the Ashland community gets ready for the holiday season. So they will have arts and craft shows and other vendors out there. They are trying to invite a lot of vendors to come out there, so you'll have a chance to actually see many artists. So I am one of them that got invited. I already filled my application, so they invited me back from last year, because last year I was out there. This year I'm bringing my original paintings and with my prints. So I'll have my original paintings and my prints. So I'll have the prices like I talked like the last time that I share over when I did the Apple Harvest Festival. So I will have original art pieces because I priced them based on size, prints for $10, and the new collector pieces will be 35% more than the regular size, but ones that regular price do. So I will have that. So far right now, I have one art piece, which is Golden Finch among black roses. I think plenty of y'all might have seen images of that one like on my website, so you can check my website. I have that image on there because I think I've talked about that painting before. For the last time, it wasn't in the show that I currently had. I was going to introduce it to that, but at the time I had it inside a created art competition for the veteran local, and it didn't get past the local branch. There was another artist that won that one. In fact, I had many of the judges asking me and my sound pieces, because many of them were actually interested in buying, because they had a hard time on coming up with a winner for that one, because they were judging based on skills. So I did more creative. I didn't do more realistic painting. So there was another one that had more realistic painting that actually, got passed. So I have this one. This one will be at the event. Also, I'm working on new paintings for Krampus. So every year Red Vein has Krampus. So that's how they do Krampus Haunt. They also have their games during the escape room are Krampus theme. And then also what they've been doing is they started this last year where they started working with artists in the area, and they've been having Krampus themed artwork in their gallery, in their gallery showroom inside of the escape room. So I'm working with them again. I'm working on some new paintings that I will be bringing to them so they can display them over in their gallery. I'm not going to tell you what it is because that's a surprise. Just like I said before, just the same way that I did my art, the new pieces that I did for like the Apple Harvest Festival, the same principle will apply to these new paintings. It's going to be in the gallery because they will be on sale in there too. So you can actually go in the gallery and purchase artwork, purchase original art pieces too, because I'm sure Krampus is going to be walking around out in front of Red Vein and stuff like that this year too. So you're they'll be, doing their thing too. So I'll tell you this right now. If you really do like, artwork, and besides just me, there's other artists in there that actually produces artworks, and they actually have stuff on display over in Red Vein. So you also have that as well. So I'm looking forward to that. Also, other news in store for 2022. I am working right now with a few possibilities. So I'm working on some shows possibly in March, shows possibly in May, maybe even summer, such as June or July, and probably even September and August. So right now as it is, I'm lining up vendor spots, positions. Some are going to be weekends where I'll be out there for, Saturday and Sunday. Some of them are only going to be one day. So some of them are going to just be one day shows that I'm going to be a part of. So I'm actually working with a couple of volunteers, and possibly I will have a crew out there that are actually going to be helping me, possibly even helping me do some recording while we're going to the events. So those are possibilities, and all. That all depends on people's schedules and who I can get to help me, volunteer to do this and stuff. But those are possibilities. I really believe that 2022 is going to be a way much better year for me. I believe there's more opportunities, that shows that I can go to. For sure, definitely is more shows, because I've already talked to a few of them, and there's a few of these shows are actually really looking forward to it, because they're like having a hard time actually getting artists to come and stuff like that, because of the past years with COVID and pandemic and all of that stuff, that they've been shaken up a bit by it. But I believe this next coming year is going to be a really good year, especially in Virginia, when it comes to shows, to arts and craft events and anything like it and all. So I'm looking forward to it. I also look forward to it because I kind of like to traveling, because when I check out and I scope these places and all, hopefully maybe one day I can find my home, the place I want to settle in, and I want to do an art gallery, and that I want to do this, because those are the things that I look forward in the future. Those are my long-term goal. My long-term goal is I want to open up my own art gallery, so I can have my own unique artworks and everything like that. Possibly have a cafe and have somebody rent out the space and have another business doing the cafe and all. And I want this to be like on a small town and a tourist route or something like that, that helps bring revenue into the community and all. Because that way, and for that to happen, I want to own a building. So that's my dream. I want to own my own building. I don't want to lease it. I actually want to own it. So when I don't have it for the gallery and I don't have people coming in to see that, then I have space that I can rent out for weddings, reception halls, or all kinds of other different events in the community, because that's what I really would like to do. I really like to be rooted where I have my own community I'm actually part of. But currently right now, this is what I'm doing, so eventually I can get to that. So if you're wondering what is my goal out of all of this, is selling my paintings and everything like that, what it is to build my influence so I can continue growing and continue earning money doing what I love as my talent. And the other thing is so that eventually I can start earning enough money where I can start saving and putting money away for a building, so I can open my own art gallery, or at least be able, because I'm also a veteran, and that's another thing I'm looking at. I'm right now doing some research on if there's any loans or grants or anything like that that will actually help me establish to get my own building, as far as a business startup or anything like that. I'm also right now considering possibly about being, instead of just getting my LLC, I'm thinking about becoming a nonprofit organization. And I'm also thinking about, if I'm going to be a nonprofit organization, I'm thinking about donating that portion of that amount to maybe other veteran startup business or something like that. Still doing a lot of research on that right now, so I can figure those things out in the future and all, because these are things that I'm looking at, because it's one thing to be able to paint and just say, oh yeah, I'm starting my own business because I want to do this what I love. And it's another thing is that it costs a lot of planning. It costs a lot of, solving problems and business stuff. Because before I was like, well, yeah, I want to get my LLC. But then after I talked to some people about nonprofit, I actually like that idea. I like the idea that possibly that while I'm doing my own business, I'm also helping someone else and get them started. Because right now as it is, I'm a veteran and I've been having the hardest time finding any information when it comes to my veteran benefits for business or anything like that, or resources for business for veterans and all, because I have a housing voucher, I have support and stuff like that and all, and I have found that I'm a unique case because the thing is, I have all these expenses because of my business. I have all these expenses, like when I do the table, I usually got to pay for a table. Usually if it's a 2-day event, I got to pay for a hotel and everything like that, and gas and travels and food expenses and things like that and all. And the thing is, when I have to report my income and everything and all, they don't usually understand. There's really no places for me to start reporting about all these expenses that I'm paying too. So the problem is that it's not that they do, that they won't. It's the problem that they're not. In other words, I'm one of a kind. I'm one of a kind of veteran who's actually has a housing voucher, who's also starting up their own business, who's trying to, work for themselves and earn their money and invest it and put it into a business. Most other veterans who are on their program and all are people who are working an income job, getting a W-2 or something like that, and they're not, they're not being considered as an independent contractor, so they're not equipped for a veteran like me. So I'm like right now I gotta create new ways that I can titleize it and everything, and just put documents and everything like that showing what I'm doing, so that so there is no issue later down the road for me as a business and everything like that and all. Because currently right now, that's why, like right now, like I really thinking that I really would like to help other veterans, because honestly, as a veteran going through this, I don't feel like there's any knowledge in these areas. I don't even feel like the Veteran Affairs Office even can answer my questions. And I've tried talking to them many times about it. So I think this would probably be a good window for basically for me to be able to help other veterans like myself who are looking to start business, and who's looking, they don't want to keep working that crappy job. They want to be able to do the stuff that they love, but they want to be, their own leaders, because in the military, because I was in the Army, we learned about leadership. And then when I was an engineer, I learned how to do projects. I learned how to do all those things and all. So it's not like I'm not capable of leading my own business. And I kind of feel like, a lot of veterans have similar experience that I've had. And they're capable of doing it. They probably just don't know what resources and things to look into. And I'm hoping that maybe as I go through this journey, that I can be able to figure those things out and maybe give answer to those questions for them. So it's like I'm doing one step above them, so why not turn behind and help the next person on the way up too? So I know this has been a long one, but had a lot to say, and that's what's been going on with my business and what I got coming. I'm just looking forward to December. I'm looking forward to the next following year. So I got a lot planned. So I'm gonna be busy working on stuff. I got stuff that I gotta order for setup for new layouts, because now I'm doing bigger layout size. I'm doing 10 by 10 tent size. So, which is nice, because now I just realized I have so much more space as a vendor to display my artworks that it's a lot different than shows that I did with the Comic Cons and the anime cons. I never had that kind of big space before. And so I'm kind of actually liking this, because I got more space and I can have more of my art pieces on display, which I love. So this is also fun. So I got that I'm working on, because I got to order new things for that. There's some requirements. There's things like they want photos of setups and everything like that. So I'm working on all that. But yeah, even if you just want to come out on December 4th and check out my artwork and everything, because I mean, check out what I'm doing. If you do actually wants to be a part and you want to volunteer and you want to help, talk to me. I'll be out on that day, so I'll be around, and I'll look forward to seeing many of y'all on December 4th.